Today is mac and cheese day. It's gonna be so delicious. What you'll basically need. I have maybe 1/4 of a cup of some just shredded mozzarella. I put some American cheese in there so it's creamy. This is about 3-ish ounces of some good cheddar cheese. I have maybe 1/8 of a cup of Parmesan, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, and a mixture of mustard powder, cayenne pepper, nutmeg, salt, and pepper, and a cup of milk. I might need more, but I'm gonna start with a cup. So that's all you'll need for innards. And I'm gonna be using about 1.5 cups of a short pasta because I'm just making a little bit. Heavily salt the water. I want it to taste like the sea. We're just gonna cook it until it's basically all the way done. We're gonna cook it, finish it off in our cheese sauce. So you just wanna test it, cook it to a minute or so underneath the box's instructions. While that's going, we're gonna start the roux, which is equal parts butter and flour. You wanna melt the butter first, and then we'll add the flour. Now that that's all melted, we'll add the flour. Remember, equal parts of each. And then when that's incorporated and cooked for a couple of minutes, you want to cook out all that raw flour taste. So just throw it around in there for a bit, let it even brown up a little bit before we add the rest of the stuff. This has been going for a second. At this point, I like to add my spices right before the milk. Just toast them up a little bit. I think it tastes better that way. We're gonna add the milk slowly. And while we do it, we're gonna whisk. It should almost instantly start to get thicker. Those lumps out, just kind of go for it. Whisk and whisk. You don't want this to burn. So we're just gonna do this until it gets thicker. That happened in maybe a minute. Look how thick it got. I'm gonna add a little bit more milk. Want it to be good and saucy. So all of our lumps are pretty much gone. I'm just going to thicken this a little bit more, and then I'm going to turn the heat off, add the cheese, and then I'll turn the heat back on a low until I add the pasta. Goodness, it's already starting to just call my name. But you can just see it's just stringy and thick. At this point, you can test for seasonings, add a little more salt, pepper, whatever you like. But at this point, I'm just waiting for the pasta. I'll drop it in and we're in business. Okay, I'm gonna pull the pasta, put it right into the sauce. It's okay if you get a little bit of water in there. It's just extra starch. That is just gonna be making it good and thick. And just look at this. It's so saucy. Whoops. Maybe I didn't need to add that extra milk, but it is super wet. You can even put this in the oven and it won't dry out. I like to just do stovetop macaroni and cheese, but the longer you let this sit, it's gonna definitely tighten up and get thicker. You're pretty much done. Plate this up. I've got some Brussels sprouts going, and this is perfect. Dinner is served. Look at that. So creamy. Yum.